Welcome to another edition of the RCW Internet Shows. We take a look back at March 5th, an incredible event, and it started out with co-commissioner Ray the Boys coming to the ring and bringing out the big man, Jax Dane. Ray the Boys then told Jax that due to his non-appearance at the February RCW event, that the big man would have to start over from the very bottom of the card from the opening match and work his way back up the ranks in River City Wrestling. The commissioner then introduced his opponent as El Mamacito Andromeda. The heart and soul of River City Wrestling would compete against Jax Dane, and indeed everybody at the Good Shepherd was looking forward to this match between two extreme fan favorites. And Dromeda was definitely ready.
Hello.
And as they locked up, it was apparent that Jax did have the power advantage, shoving Andromeda into the corner very easily. Andromeda then had to use his intelligence in the ring, but again, Jax with the power. Andromeda then using the psychological tactics. El Mamacito back into the ring, and Andromeda taking advantage of the opportunity by taking the fight to Jax Dane. Once again, the power display of Jax blocking that elbow and powering out. A brutal DDT by El Mamacito. Missed moonsault. But El Mamacito didn't miss that. And as Dromeda tried to take down the big man, El Mamacito was on the receiving end of that spike slam. And Jax with the 3 count. And after the match, a great showing of sportsmanship between the two fan favorites of River City Wrestling.
I can't believe I lost another match.
Oh, but it doesn't matter if you lost, you're still a winner.
Well, I know that, but I don't have a title.
But you don't need a title. Everyone just adores you, and they just think, you know, so highly of you. You know, your song and your awesome appearance. And
yes, I did look beautiful. Thanks to your help.
Oh, you're welcome. But,
oh,
I mean,
you know what the best part was?
What?
I did get to kiss Jax. That was so wonderful.
Jax?
The kiss, yes.
Okay, I have to tell you something.
What?
I have a crush on you.
What?
Yeah.
You know I am gay since you first met me.
Used to be.
No, we don't talk about my past. We don't talk about him. Ew. Ew, ew. That was delicious.
Then RCW champion Lance Hoyt, accompanied by Jeremy Sage, made his way out to the ring, and definitely the crowd at River City Wrestling was not receptive to those two individuals. Lance Hoyt, who has been on a roll since returning to River City Wrestling and capturing the RCW Championship.
You're in trouble. Fox News first.
Sage and Lance Hoyt wanted to check out the RCW appearance on Fox 29 KBB San Antonio, pointing out that Lance Hoyt was barely even mentioned on the segment.
I'm glad people are watching.
Hoyt then got in my face, yelling about the lack of attention paid to him. Then out came Gerard St. Christopher, who would be one of the challengers later on that night in the triple threat match. And as Lance Hoyt got a good look at one of his challengers, out came the other in the form of Ray Rowe. Ray Rowe had some strong words for both men. Luckily, I stepped in the way and tempers cooled down just for a little bit as Lance Hoyt and Sage left the ringside area. Then it was time for tag team action, or at least we thought, as the Gulf Coast Connection. Ben Galvan, always a fan favorite, and Mr. Beautiful Rudy Russo, who has shown a very arrogant side lately, took on the team of JoJo Bravo and Black Belt Jones, the Karate Kids. Now, as you saw, Rudy Russo was coming out to the ring on crutches. He was not able to compete, but Galvan stepped up to the plate and accepted the challenge. He was going to face the Karate Kids 1-on-2. And there you see the crowd. They always love the Karate Kids. And as I pointed out, Galvan was all by himself. Needless to say, he took on the Karate Kids, one of the top tag teams of River City Wrestling. And the bout started off very scientific with JoJo Bravo with a great counter, but there you see Galvan making fun of the Karate Kids. Galvan employing some brutality there. But JoJo Bravo, so quick, so fast in that ring. Galvan escaped to the outside, thought that maybe he could get a breather in as the Karate Kids were really on top of things at the start, and there comes Black Belt Jones to the outside. The Karate Kids are really gelling as a tag team and displaying it here with these double team maneuvers on new style Ben Galvan. And Rudy Russo could just look on. Who knows if at this point if he even cared what was going on with his tag team partner. Ben Galvan attempting to reverse things, and he does with a beautiful maneuver that turned the tide in his favor. Galvan then went to the power tactics. However, Black Belt Jones was able to make the tag to JoJo Bravo. But despite this, Galvan was able to overcome the 1-on-2 odds. Drop kick by JoJo Bravo turned the tide back in the favor of the Karate Kids. But it was really short-lived. Galvan still displaying some fortitude. Beautiful roll-up by JoJo Bravo. Almost scored the 3 count. But JoJo coming off the turnbuckle right into a kick from Galvan. And Rudy Russo, just as it appeared he was going to hit Black Belt Jones, Galvan took the crutch away. And it looked like he had enough of his partner, but no! Instead, Galvan turning the focus of his attack onto the Karate Kids. They scored the win, and there you see the true heart of Galvan and Rudy Russo brutally beating the Karate Kids. And there you see the new personality of Galvan and Russo, the Gulf Coast Connection.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say it. Tell him, Black Belt.
It was Kung Fu treachery.
It was Kung Fu treachery! The Gulf Coast Connection pulled the wool over our eyes tonight. They pulled a classic trick, Black Belt, making us think that they were working against each other, when the whole time they were unhatching a plot on us to beat us down with crutches. But this has only strengthened our resolve. Gulf Coast Connection, get used to holding crutches, because you will not survive your next encounter with the Karate Kids.
It was a great crowd on March 5th, and it's going to be another great one on April 2nd when RCW comes back to the Good Shepherd Lutheran. Now let's take a look back again at March 5th. Morte coming out, and he was not alone. He is now under the tutelage of Co-Commissioner Ray the Voice. That big man, that big, scary individual Morte took on the returning Andy Dalton of Southern Sex Appeal. It had been some time since we saw Dalton, and Dalton appeared ready that he was going to take the fight to Morte, but instead Morte jump-starts this match, knocking Dalton to the floor. However, the distraction allowed Dalton to try to pull out that moonsault. My goodness, there you see from the other angle. Then Dalton trying to whip Morte to the post. Instead, it is Dalton that goes into the post. Then the big man lifts him up and slams Dalton to the floor. Back in the ring, Morte with a vicious suplex. And a look at this. All 300 pounds of that man just stepping on the back of Dalton. And then continuing his attack on Dalton's back with a bear hug. Dalton, however, fought out with that kick. But then runs into a big boot from Morte.
Anyway.
Morte just dragging Dalton to the center of the ring. I tell you what, with Ray the Voice in his corner, it appears that Morte may have big things in his future, despite missing that big splash. Dalton finding his way back to his feet.
Die, bitch!
The running knee strike from Dalton almost got him the 3 count, but look at that. Morte just powering his way out of that pin attempt. Then here comes the pile driver from Dalton. No, Morte with a block and a double choke powerbomb. 2 and 3, and a big victory for Morte. And as I pointed out, with that man, Ray the Voice in his corner, anything is possible for that big man right there.
As the commissioner of RCW, I decided it's time to bring in some more talent and kind of put myself together an opportunity to have me an RCW heavyweight champion. So I went out and found a man 6'4", almost 300 pounds, who does nothing but destruction and can understand what I'm putting across. So RCW, be prepared, because your future heavyweight champion is right here with me. Devs in RCW now.